Hey everyone, what's up? My name is Steven the Screwed, and well, I got totally screwed when I entered the nether world. I lost all my armor after trying to dig down to safety to get away from a stupid, some creature was shooting at me, and I had no idea where it was coming from or how to attack that creature. See, he was like totally killing me, and I couldn't do a thing about it. So there's nothing that I can do at all about that. And apparently I was looking up on Wikipedia and Minecraft fandom, but nobody can tell me how the heck I'm supposed to get to another fortress, which is apparently where you're supposed to go to find blazes. And if I can't get a blaze rod or blaze powder from that creature, if I can't find one, and then if I can't make the blaze powder and I can't fuse that with an ender pearl to make an eye of ender to find a fortress and get to the end of the game. So I guess ultimately I am not able to really finish the adventure mode of this game. What else can I think to do, I wonder? Well, actually, that is a really good question. If there's nothing else I can think to do, then my part-by-part series is over, right? Oh no, that is wrong, because I actually have one more idea. I intend to do what nobody else or very, very few people have ever attempted to do. I am going to reach the very outer limits of this overworld. That's right. The overworld is not limitless. It is not an endless realm. There is an end somewhere, and I am gonna reach the end. In fact, I have actually reached the end before, but I can only do so in creative mode. I had to type in a teleport code, and I had to find out information to get to teleport me to that specific location. And so I ended up finding out for absolutely certain that from the very center of the world, which isn't the spawn by the way, Z and X coordinate is actually, there's actually 30 million blocks, like these blocks right here, that you see right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's 30 million blocks in every direction from the center of the overworld. I had to type in like 30 million. Or actually, I actually, just to be curious to see what the end of the overworld would look like, I ended up typing in, like 29,999,912 or something like that, and then I just fly the rest of the way, and then I found the border, which is actually just a bit less than 30 million. I'd say like 30 or 20 blocks away from an even 30 million. And I'm really swimming across the ocean in this direction. Okay, wait a minute. I remembered something that I found. Yeah, this. This is how I could tell how far in the world I am. Oh, what do you know? I actually spawned really close to the center of the overworld. Because my original spawn point was over the mountains here. Over where a bunch of sand and granite blocks were. Over by the ocean tide. That's exactly where I was. Okay, so I want to face north. This is east, south, north is this way. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna create a boat. What the? That's not what I wanted. A boat, there we go. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, how do I... Let's set sail! Whoa, I'm actually moving pretty fast in this thing. I'm serious. I am going to spend the rest of my part-by-part series making it to the very outer limits of Minecraft. Now let's see how far I traveled. But I've been playing this game for 3 weeks straight. And put in a couple of hours a day just moving across the landscape. And every so often I find a village, I just plunder it to try to find money or weapons or armor or something like that. Especially food, actually. And that's only the amount of distance I've made in this game so far? Just 151,000 in 3 weeks? Let alone 30 million, how am I... Oh my goodness. What did I put myself into? At least we get some kind of a unique looking structure right here. Now I tell you, from experience, after making it this far, I did not find a building structure like this at all in my 151,000 blocks I traveled. And it's just by itself out in the middle of the desert. What the freak? Oh, and by the way, I've actually found a couple of snow villages too. I was pretty tempted to move into those villages. However, I still had my idea of wanting to make it all the way to the Minecraft border. I still really wanted to do that, but honestly though, I can't imagine anybody ever making it to the freaking border. If it took me 3 weeks just to get this far, how the hell did anybody ever get to the border in survival mode? Seriously. Can it really be done, honestly? You'd have to have no life at all. You'd have to have no life. Like, you don't have a job, and you have, like, all the free time in the world, and no chores, no nothing. If you just spent so much of your time, you just waste your life playing this game. And even then, you probably only make it a quarter of the way to the border. Let alone make it the whole way. I don't see anybody getting that done. Why did I think I could do it? Well, every so often I come across an iceberg biome right here. Well, what does this call it? Oh, deep frozen ocean. Alright, so, yeah, I'm just kind of still making my way, little by little. Oh, I got an idea. Instead of getting out of my boat and then putting it back in the water, I think it'd be faster if I just go around. There we go. Oh, I'm still going north, right? Yeah, I've been using that thing up there that I accidentally brought up in the last part. I brought this up by accident when I was fiddling around with the buttons on the keys, trying to figure out how to use my shield, to use my left hand to do something, I guess. Day 95. Yeah, I've been doing nothing but traveling as far out of bounds as I can go. And the sun just keeps setting and rising, setting and rising. And I found that way is the quickest way to get my boat back in my hand. Okay. So you know what I've done? Every time the sun goes down, I had to carry a bed with me on my travels too. Place it in a random place. And then it resets my spawn point. But I don't want to leave the bed there, because once night comes around again, then I'll need it. This has been my way so far to avoid any enemies that might happen to spawn by. You probably noticed in my travels that my inventory and my armor kept changing. Well, that's because I've met with unfortunate series of events, causing me to lose all of my stuff. And then I had to get new stuff from the villages that I pillaged along the way. Yeah, I just keep going. I don't know. I think maybe I should stop. Maybe I should stop trying to reach the end in survival mode. I doubt it could be done. I don't see how the hell anybody could have ever found that there was actually a limit to the Minecraft world. How the hell did anybody possibly figure that out? Only now I'm trying to do the same thing in survival mode, But I'm starting to doubt in my mind that reaching the end is... I'm starting to doubt it's even possible to reach the end in survival mode. For one thing, I can't do the double jump to fly in survival mode. I can only do that in creative mode. That and... Ah! Oh yeah, I also noticed this too. This berry bush has thorns in it. Every time I walk in it, then it hurts me. And every so often it took me a while to travel the blocks that I needed. Because every so often I came across mountain biomes. And instead of going straight, I had to climb up and down the mountains just to head in this general direction. And I had just kept going the whole way for 3 weeks. I've been playing the game every day for 3 weeks. Just doing this. Just running across the plains. And that right there, 153,227. That is as far as I've ever gotten. Like, I'm not even close. Even after all the time I played. But by the way, I think I mentioned this in the previous part, that I only have managed to reach the border but only in creative mode. I had to punch in a teleport. I had to punch in like a teleport command. I mean, I couldn't even get to the border even if I flew the whole way. Flying would be faster than me running right here, and it's faster than rowing the boat on the ocean. But still, it didn't even get me 1 million blocks across. There was one time I literally left the game running while I went off to work for my 7-hour shift at work, and I still didn't. I had something pressed down on the W key the whole time while I was flying above all this. And for the whole 7 hours I had the game on, still didn't even get anywhere close to the end. So the only possible way I've found to reach the border is you had to teleport. There's no other way. But if I honestly was trying to fly over all this in creative mode, honestly though, how long do you think it would take? I'm guessing 2 years. But at this rate, it might take me 5 or 10 years in survival mode. Nobody has that kind of time to throw away. Like, really. None of you out there have that much time in your life to just throw away. I do. I don't think I really have a life, pretty much. I lost my job. Story of my life. I am Steven the Screwed through and through. Just one thing inevitably ends up happening after the other to make it so that I just don't have my way in life. I think I will at least try to get to 160,000 blocks before I end this part. And then that'll pretty much be the end of my whole part-by-part series. I may never end up showing you guys that I did end up making it to the very end of the overworld in survival mode. I may never show you that video in the way distant future, because it may never happen. So don't get your hopes up. But I will play this game, probably not every day though. My arm is killing me. Like, having to put my right arm on the mouse to try to steer, like so. This is killing my right arm. I can't play this game every day. I made some calculations to say that if I were somehow able to play this game every day and play it for 6 hours a day, every day, it would probably take me 4 years to make it to the end. And that's one way, by the way. From block 0 at the center of the overworld all the way to 30 million blocks in one direction, that's a one-way trip, 4 years. insane. You might as well just call this an endless world. Seriously. I don't really like the dark forest biomes. I can't really see where I'm going too well, and besides, since there's no sunlight cast over this area, yeah, there are enemies that are still there during daytime. So which is probably, this is the most dangerous biome in the overworld, is the dark forest. Unless there is a way I can actually... Wait a minute. That's an idea. If I can get up high enough, and then just... Do I have any remaining blocks I could just use as a step ladder, pretty much? Yeah, you know what? I can afford to throw away some planks. Aha! Let's climb on top of the trees instead of through them. It's gonna be night already? It's really gonna be night again already. Okay, so actually I've actually got this idea in my head right now. If it really does take you so long just to find out if the overworld really does have an end to it, then I don't know. Is it possible for the Minecraft character that you play as, either Steve or Alex, is it possible for them to grow old and die of old age? Then you can't play that file anymore. Is that... So I'm wondering if that's a possibility. I can see it now. Alex, my character right here, becomes an old lady soon before she reaches the border of the overworld. And then dies naturally, and you can't respawn if you die naturally, I bet. So maybe, out of all the days that passed by in my counter right there, that's probably that might just be the case. I really hope not, because if so, then it would really be impossible to make it to the border in survival mode. I think I've pretty much seen every biome, but out of all of them, I'd have to say that the snow biomes and the Badlands are probably the rarest biomes around. Desert biomes are pretty common. I'm crossing over to another desert facing in the north direction. It's weird how they actually had a desert biome and a snow biome right next to each other. Like, how does that work for Mother Nature? Alright, this is taking too long. I'll just stop right here. I'll see you all on the next video. It's probably not going to be a Minecraft next video, but the next video I post is going to be yet another game I played throughout my life. Peace out.